And recording.
As long as it's...
With my wonderful...
You want to go back a little bit so you can see the whole thing? Like
not very steady cam.
That's fine. I can establish... I can stabilize it. You are not worthy of the pixel 3. So I'm almost done with this buck. I think I might be able to get one more done with this bag. We'll try it out. So if you want to look into the silo here...
Yeah, that's actually what I was coming up here to do right now.
Get all this... Watch out for the stick there. I don't want to hit you by accident.
Yeah.
So basically I have this... The bag is hanging freeform from this cross beam here. So this is my official brass and mortar sawdust scoop. And no, I'm not making dynamite, officer. Okay. See, this sawdust gets all... When I get to the top of the neck, it's a little bit harder to put it in there without it flying out and hitting me in the face. I'm just leaning all my weight down into it. Okay, so let's zoom in here and see. Yeah, that's about it. I'm almost to the top of the neck. Okay, so let me get this out of the way here. So this, here, I'll take it apart so you guys can see. Basically, all I did is I got a here, get back a little bit real quick. Oh, sorry. Okay. So I got one of these
Pipe fitting.
yeah, it's a pipe fitting basically for an outgoing pipe, not an ingoing pipe. So basically this would normally be for like wastewater or whatever. So
Yeah.
pull this out. The next one, I'll go ahead and put it on. You can see how it works. So here's my bag. It's turned inside out. Here it is with the neck. We got the marks here for where the sewing hand will be sewed closed by hand later. So get the neck, stick it in there, keep that plastic collar in there above the sewing line. So here's the thing. Tighten it up, tighten, tighten, tighten until it can tighten no further. You don't want any looseness at all. If it's any looseness at all, what will happen is when you're in the middle of pounding down the sawdust, it'll fall right out of this fixture, and after much swearing and cursing, you have to fit it back into the collar, and then some more. Just keep on turning until it feels like, okay, there we go. So that's not going to come out. Take the bag, put it in the wall. So there's enough neck on the inside here. Take a look at this. I let the excess neck hang outside here, but the way that I designed this, since it's at a curve, at a bell curve, what happens is the rest of it lays flat against the outside. Get it and gently roll it into position. There we go. That should be good enough right there. And then basically every scoop I have to go ahead and start packing it in. The first one, it's there, what's this called? A tamp?
Tamp.
A tamp, okay. Sorry, I invented this thing and I had no idea what to call it. Okay, there we go.
Where the sawdust will slowly be digested over the course of 1,000 years.
Yes, this is essentially a
Sarlacc pit.
Sarlacc pit, yeah. I think Boba Fett's down there somewhere. This sawdust was generously donated by the makerspace that I attend.
Ridgewire.
Ridgewire. It was just sitting there. They didn't know what to do with it. I'm like, I'll take it. It's always a funny thing to go to a Home Depot with 5 or 6 5-gallon buckets and say, hi, can I have your sawdust? Oh, I don't know. I'm going to have to check with my manager. We'll take a look at it. Okay, I don't know if we can allow that. The manager is always happy to get rid of their sawdust because all they do is, it's a waste product for them. They just toss it out the back. They don't do any recycling. They don't do any composting. They can't because there could be toxic materials in there for all that. Hardwood cabinetry manufacturer. Those are the best ones. You want to get hardwood sawdust. Softwood, it works, but it's too cushy. See, I've seen a lot of YouTube videos of people trying to make pressing hams. First of all, they're going to their hamster cages and they're getting that really, like, you know, long curly stuff. No. Fine sawdust, and on top of that, you want it to be hardwood fine sawdust. Sawdust is probably the hardest thing for me to find. The hardest for my pressing bucks because you can't buy it. A little bit easier to fill than the other stuff I used to use. Okay. It evens out more, you know, better. Okay, so that one's done. And that'll be the last one for tonight because I don't think I have enough sawdust for another one, and that is starting to get to the